Hello everyone and festive greetings as today we're at the Stadium of Light where Sunderland host Leeds United in a key Christmas fixture that could shape both clubs' campaigns in opposite directions. Sunderland arrive in impressive form, currently in 7th place with 27 points, having been one of the most consistent promoted teams in the top flight this campaign. A solid run of results, including a draw at Brighton last weekend and a memorable 1-0 victory over fierce rivals Newcastle the week before that, has left them unbeaten at home, and a win today will see them up into 5th place. Leeds are 16th in the table with 19 points, but their form has taken an upturn in December with an unbeaten run of 4 matches, most recently a commanding 4-1 win over Crystal Palace that lifted spirits and gave them breathing room above the bottom 3. Forward Dominic Calvert-Lewin is in excellent scoring form, having hit several goals in recent outings, giving Leeds a potent attacking edge that can trouble even disciplined defences. A positive result today could lift them further clear of relegation danger and continue their momentum in the season's second half. Sunderland manager Regis Lebris has made just one change to his starting lineup from the goalless draw at Brighton. It's an enforced one as centre-back Dan Ballard is out with an injury, so Dennis Cirkin makes his first league start of the season in his place. Leeds boss Daniel Farke has named the same 11 that posted a superb 4-1 win against Palace last week. Dominic Calvert-Lewin leads the line, hoping to score for the 6th game running, while Lucas Mecha makes the bench after returning from an injury. Kick-off and we're underway at the Stadium of Light. The final notes of Can't Help Falling in Love with You still hanging in the air as Sunderland kick us off. And from the first whistle, it's clear what the hosts want to do. Long throw, pressure, bodies forward. Inside the opening minutes, Sunderland win a throw deep in the Leeds half and launches straight into the box. Leeds scramble it away, but the ball drops immediately to a red and white shirt. Adringa takes aim. His shot blocked behind for an early corner. Enzo Lefebvre swings it in, but it's headed clear. Another long throw follows almost immediately. Leeds clear again, but Sunderland are swarming forward. Leeds barely able to touch the ball in the opening exchanges, forced back by an aggressive home press and the constant threat of balls hurled into the area. Another long ball now is clipped into the box for Brobbey. He rises above Rodon and directs a header goalward, but there's not enough power on it to test Lucas Perri. Still, it's a statement. Sunderland mean business. Leeds finally respond with a rare foray forward. Perri goes long. Calvert-Lewin chests it down expertly inside the Sunderland half and looks to bring others into play, but Mukiele reads it well and intercepts. Already you can see the danger. Calvert-Lewin isn't just attacking crosses, he's lurking for knockdowns, waiting for a moment to pounce. Rodon takes a knock moments later, caught as his foot is planted. He's limping now, trying to run it off, but you can see the concern from the bench. His ankle bent very awkwardly there. That's not pleasant to look at all, but he's still trying to continue. The tempo in this game is high, Sunderland pressing aggressively and Leeds being rushed in possession. The home crowd love that. Alderete sells a dummy that completely fools Calvert-Lewin and earns a cheer from the home crowd. Leeds now, though, have the ball, and what can they do with it? A slick move finds Aaronson darting in behind, quick passes around the edge of the box. The ball is worked back to Stach, who hits it first time, but it's straight into the body of Roefs. Nice play, but not enough power. Stach throws his arms up in frustration. He knows he should have done better there. Another 10 minutes and Sunderland have edged the early territory, but Leeds are starting to grow into it. They seem to have weathered the early storm from Sunderland. Aaronson swings across in on the run, but there's just too much on it. Shortly after, a free kick is worked into Calvert-Lewin with his back to goal. He lays it off neatly for Okafor. That's deflected over. That shot looked destined for the net until Mukiele threw his shoulder in the way. That was a big moment and Daniel Farke knows it. Okafor thought he was scoring there. Mukiele's bravery saved Sunderland, I think. Sunderland continue to threaten down the left. Cirkin holds it up. He has Adringa in support. He beats Rodon and teases a delicious cross to the back post. It's begging for Brobbey or Rigg to gamble, but neither does. Ooh, the game is very open now, balanced and entertaining. Adringa closes down Rodon and goes sliding in. Oh, well now. The Sunderland player's trailing leg catches the same ankle the Welshman was caught on earlier in the game. And replays show the same awkward, unnatural bend. Oh, that can't be good. Rodon collapses in agony, clutching his leg, slapping the turf. This one looks serious. He curls into himself as treatment arrives. There didn't seem to be any intent from Adringa to foul him, but is it too much of a coincidence that it is the same ankle? Only Adringa will know. However, somehow, after water and painkillers, it seems he's going to try to continue, Terminator-like, but it's clear he's compromised. Sunderland now have another long throw, but Leeds clear. How mobile is Rodon in there, one wonders. Xhaka picks up the loose ball on the edge of the box. He looks up. Oh, that's a perfectly disguised pass slipped into the channel. Adringa times his run beautifully, opens his body. Goal! That's a lovely finish from Adringa. With his right foot, he curls a magnificent finish into the far corner beyond Perri. That's also a first Sunderland goal for Adringa, and what a way to score it. But the pass, Xhaka take a bow. Vision, weight, timing, absolute class. The Stadium of Light roars in approval. As expected though, Rodon can't continue, and Tanaka replaces him. How much of a factor was Rodon's injury in Adringa's goal? Should Leeds have replaced the big man on the spot? Of course, in hindsight, they should have, but you want to give your best players every chance to continue, especially if they're telling you that they can. And I'm sure Rodon was saying that to Daniel Farke and the medical team. With that change for Leeds, Ampadu will have to drop deeper, and that is serious height loss at the back for Leeds, a concern against Sunderland's physicality. The game restarts and Leeds push forward. Corners arrive. Bijol nods one straight at Roefs. Still no real test for the Sunderland keeper. Leeds, though, keep up the pressure on the Black Cats. Bijol plays a diagonal direct into Calvert-Lewin inside the box. He's been well marshalled, but produces a sensational flick into Aaronson's pat. The American shoots. It's past Roefs, and then off the line. Would you believe it? Hume sprints back, gets himself behind his keeper, and clears. That's heroic. Very intelligent defensive play from Hume, sensing the danger. The crowd erupts, a goal-saving clearance of the highest order. Leeds are continuing to get closer now. Okafor bends one wide, then Bogle fizzes a low ball through the 6-yard box. Okafor slides in but can't quite reach it. Moans from both sides of the ground, but for different reasons. There will be 5 minutes added on at the end of the half. Sunderland have possession. Lefy treads a beautiful diagonal ball in behind the Leeds centre halves. Brobbey is in. What can he do? He pokes it past Perri, but Leeds have a player on the cover and clear. Sunderland, though, are shouting for a penalty. Brobbey went down under that challenge from Perri, but the officials are not interested, and VAR agrees. Sunderland not done though yet. Seconds later, Adringa turns provider, looping a perfect cross to the back post. Brobbey is coming in late. He meets it cleanly off the bar. Oh, so close. 2 huge chances in 2 minutes. And then the whistle follows. Oh, my. 1-0 to Sunderland at the break, but a breathless end to the half after a slow burn opening. Sunderland will be disappointed that they weren't able to add to their goal. They lead through a moment of quality from Xhaka and Adringa, but Leeds are still very much in this. Calvert-Lewin is causing problems, Aaronson is finding space, and that Hume clearance denied Leeds an almost certain equaliser. This game feels far from finished. Second half and we're back, and straight away it's Leeds who take the initiative. Perri has the ball at the back and Leeds play through Sunderland's high press with absolute precision. Oh, this is a great move. Stach switches it wide to Aaronson, who drives into the box. He drills a low cross toward the near post. Calvert-Lewin darts in front of Alderete inside the 6-yard box. Goal! He's done it again. Calvert-Lewin pokes the ball home. 7 goals in 6 games. He timed that run perfectly and was perfectly picked out by Aaronson. You know, every Leeds player touched the ball in the build-up to that goal. That must be a candidate for goal of the month, if not the season. That was football of the highest quality. Leeds fans sing. They believe better things are still to come from their team this evening. And Leeds are not finished. They keep coming. They have started this second half on fire. You could almost say that Sunderland have been caught asleep at the start of the second half because Leeds have come out of the block so quick. They're up for it, using their physicality well, and the change of system to what looks like a 4-4-2 with Calvert-Lewin at the top of it. They're adapting and changing. As things stand, Leeds are 7 points clear of the relegation zone. Though now Bogle nearly turns Okafor's cross in at the back post. Oh, it bounced in front of him, right up to his thigh, and he sees it very late. It's a difficult one to get any direction on. Then corners begin to pile up for Leeds. Stach, Ampadu, Tanaka, they're everywhere on the pitch. Sunderland just can't get out. Now it's Stach again. He wins another corner. He's been very impressive today. The ball breaks to the edge of the box. Tanaka lashes it over. That was optimistic. Then shortly after, Aaronson tries from a similar distance, but with the same result. You feel with Ballard out for Sunderland and Calvert-Lewin in the form that he is, Leeds need to be a little bit more patient and get those balls into the box for the former Everton striker to attack. It's also significant stat that Leeds have doubled their shot count inside 20 minutes of the second half. It's a Leeds United onslaught. But will they come to regret those missed chances? Sunderland haven't landed a punch since the break. They look rattled. Xhaka is shouting, gesturing, demanding more from those around him. He knows that his team are losing their shape and there's too much space in midfield. Leeds continue to dominate. They look fearless, confident. They look nothing like a relegation threatened side at all. Sunderland defenders continue to make vital blocks. Mukiele, Alderete, bodies everywhere. In fairness to Sunderland's backline, they have on the whole performed steadfast in the absence of such an important player as Ballard at the back. Lebris then finally makes changes. Isidor and Mayenda on, Brobbey and Rigg off. They're looking for fresh legs and a way perhaps to stem the tide. Here's a stat. Dominic Calvert-Lewin is averaging a goal every 44.8 touches in the Premier League this season, the third fewest touches per goal ratio in the competition this season, behind Haaland and Semenyo, and his best ever average in the top flight for any club. Credit must go to Farke for getting a song out of the Englishman, who is unrecognisable to the striker who looked out of place, leading the line for Everton. The subs, I think, have helped Sunderland find a second wind. Isidor forces his way in behind but can't escape Bijol. Then at the other end, Ampadu fires a thunderbolt straight at Roefs. Sunderland have still had just 2 touches in the lead box since half-time, but Mayenda and Isidor have offered more threat on the break since their introduction. The game begins to stretch as both teams tire, but they are both still going for it. It's better from Sunderland, finally beginning to put some passes together and getting themselves higher up the pitch. Leeds hunting for the winner. Hume glances a free kick onto an unwitting teammate at the far post. Oh, that was very close to being an own goal. Then 10 minutes of normal time remaining. Alderete muscles Calvert-Lewin off the ball with the Leeds forward looking like he might be through on goal. VAR has a look at it when Tony Harrington declines to act and they clear it. Adringa's final action of the game is a corner which is flicked over by Alderete. The Ivorian, not selected by his country for AFCON, will be feeling much better as he makes his way off to a standing ovation from the home fans, and well deserved. We're into 3 minutes of added time. Plenty of time for either team to find a winner in this fine game that we've seen today. Sunderland have been outmuscled and outplayed for most of the second half, but in the last 5 or 10 minutes they've come back into it a little bit. Sunderland, as if to prove it, launch one last ball into the box, but the offside flag goes up and Leeds then clear again, and then one final Sunderland attack that fizzles out, and there it is, the final whistle. I think by the end both teams were happy to settle for the draw. I feel it's a fair result in what's been an excellent Premier League contest. Sunderland, for their part, extend their unbeaten home run. This game was built on intensity, bravery and moments of quality. Leeds leave with confidence soaring, dominant for long spells, especially after the break, and with Dominic Calvert-Lewin continuing the best scoring run of his career, there will be definitely confidence. I think there's room for confidence there. Both teams pushed, both teams adapted, and both teams showed they belong at this level. A point each here, it finishes all square. Sunderland 1, Leeds United 1.